Hello. I feel like that's a little loud. I guess that's good. Maybe a little less. A little less. There we go. Alright, everyone. Hope you're having a good day. It's Monday, alright? How good of a day can you have on Monday? I'm gonna keep working on the magic mod. I don't know, it's really just trying to get it ready for the alpha. What I'm going to work on right now is the generation here. Actually changing values. Looks like that's working pretty well. It's what I was working on just now and decided, you know what? I might as well live stream it. So we're going to go into this world. So there's been a lot of changes. Kind of trying to dial in some kind of preliminary values right now for essence generation, how that's going to work. I'm going to have to figure out what items out of the new items are going to be used for essence generation and like the neutral, and we're going to have to step through all that. There, we got some new blocks now. So we have a new bloodstone and a new moonstone block. And I believe if I hold, yep, the runestones are in position. So what I had just fixed before I started streaming again is these bloodstones were not being seen as valid caps when you hold shift. Which was a problem, right? But the actual runestones were, so I just had to kind of remake the block in the format of a runestone. The front end, no one's gonna notice the difference. Still says moonstone. Magic. Let's kind of replace a couple of these things here. Got all these invisible things now. Replace it on this side. There we go. All right. So now that that is done, let's make sure this is actually going to work with the new caps. You know what? I have quite a bit more to do. 17 Law! Hey, thanks for the tier 1 sub. He's back. Yes, I am back. I'm actually gonna have to change the, I put in all of the utility blocks again. Let's make it daytime. Boop. So they have new textures and everything to kind of be themed to the enchanted stone in the mod. I actually need to go through this because they need to be able to detect the new... I'm gonna have to change all the values and everything to detect the new runestones. How you doing, Law? Hope your day is going well. My day, you know, my day was going... It's going all right. You know, it's one of those things where it's not like the best day, but it's not the worst day. You know, work was pretty brisk. You know, it there's always a lot to do, that's for sure. Got some good news. My car originally was going to be a dead car. It looked like there were a bunch of problems with it at first. But now it may actually pass inspection, and I may only have to put in 600 to fix a couple things instead of, like, you know, 2,000. So if I can limp that car along, like, it won't see another inspection again. But, you know, no, not from me anyways. I'm gonna be selling that shit. Good glue, good dude. Glad to see the progress. Yeah. It's kind of like the push, right, to release. And I color coded things. You'll notice from like last stream, things have definitely expanded in each tier. So the idea between this is like the white and the green are like one tier. Like all the line separations are like a soft tier cap. So it's not like your player tier that's holding you back. It's gonna be, you know, whatever the next progression, you know, bit is going to be. So the white is like your primitive caveman, unga bunga, you know, kind of creating your basic staff, right? In this section here, you're just kind of trying to trying to grow your farm, right? Get a bunch of rift blooms, get a bunch of material, starting to make your enchanted stone, you know, starting to actually get magic in your hands. And then at a point, this is like the second half, right? So this is like caveman, and this is like Copper Age, kind of. But still along the same lines, right? Then you can start creating your obelisk. You're gonna get your like utility frame. I'm just gonna give you all of the stuff like right up front. You know, like within, you know, you're not gonna have to work super hard since this is something you can give to non-magic users to use as well. And then of course you go into like your runic scrolls for your, like, you know, discovering your spells, you know, all the stuff that kind of makes up like the Oculus and everything else, your staff, your basic armor, and then your repair kit, right? But at this point, you got tier 1 grimoires, you got your basic wands, you know, to kind of limp you along there. And then after that, right, you'll be able to kind of go into the next phase, which is going to be getting like the Aether Ash, kind of unlocking lunar magic over here, you know, unlocking some stuff. Like I actually, a couple days ago, I put in more torch holders, so you'll be able to pick your flavor, and you'll be able to put mana torches in here as well on top of regular torches. But you know, like little things like that. Soul magic opens up, and then for the neutral part, that's where a lot of your basic things will kind of come in, right? Like you'll be able to make a glimmering compound, which is like the next thing, right? You know, your advanced runestone, your tier 2 spells, you know, which will have a certain cost, right? Your next staff, eventually coming up to spell duplication, which I'm gonna redesign that to some degree. I'm not sure what it's gonna look like, but I think I want it to look a little different. And then like the last tier, right? It's going to be tier 3. This is your mastercraft stuff. This is where like the teleporters and, you know, gateways or whatever I want to make. This is where all that advanced stuff's going to go. So that's kind of the flow there. And my phone buzz. Hold on 1 second here. I just want to make a world and test all this out. Yeah. It's gonna be pretty awesome. So what my plan is right now is anyone who is like a sub to the stream, or anyone that's like, you know, contributed quite a bit, I will Well, they do. We're going to go pick it up. But anyone who's like a sub, sorry, it's my plans tomorrow morning are kind of being thrown all around right now. And anyone who's a sub, what I'm gonna do when this is like an alpha version, right? So what I consider an alpha version is you can make tier 1, 2, and 3 spells. Things aren't going to be feature complete, right? There's not going to be soul magic yet. There's not going to be lunar magic yet. But you can still make a majority of the things, and it's kind of like not feature complete, but enough to where you can have fun and kind of progress and use the magic spells. I'm going to open up a modded server and pass out my alpha client, because I'm not gonna release the alpha client to to the vintage story, mainly because I'm waiting for 1.20 to come out. When I know if I put it on the vintage story site, as like an update, no one's going to read the change log. They're not going to read anything. They're going to open up this version of the game, or this version of the mod in their servers, and it's going to destroy their servers, right? As in not destroy, right? But it's going to erase most of their magic progress. Any items they have, like their nexus, like all that stuff is gone. Everything's named something different. The grimoires don't exist in the same way anymore. Like everything has been enhanced, like even down to like the core spells. Like I do the move while casting, right? Like I have all that stuff. It's all just different on the back end, so none of it can really be used. And I really don't want to get 1,000 things coming in where people are like, oh, my items disappeared, what happened? It's like, well, maybe you should read next time. Oh yeah, people wouldn't read anything. No, they don't, because I've done this many times before where I have to make a change to like the staves, and I swear to God, 5 to 10 people reach out to me, and they're like, I think there's a problem, a serious problem with your mod. My staff disappeared. It's like, yeah, there's a serious problem, all right. It's called you not reading shit. That's what it's called. Read the change logs. Read the thing on the main site where I say, at this point, these items change. Like, I put it in bold. If you didn't read that, it's not my problem. But I still want people to give feedback. So I figure having a just like fun server, right, where you could still, like, I'm gonna put some other mods in there too, right? Like not some mods that it's gonna be kind of a lighter modded one. We're not getting like 60 mods in there, because I don't really care for troubleshooting compatibility with a bunch of mods. The way I see it, like, if you have to do like compatibility with something, someone, either you are screwing something up for everyone or the other person is, right? So, 1 second. All right, we're gonna take a little break here. I've got to I gotta reserve a car here. 732. So it would be for pickup. like 5:30. Return. Same time, right? All right, let's take a look. See here, Binghamton. I've never done this, so I'm just gonna... There we go, perfect. We'll go with this one per day. Okay, I see what they're doing. Yeah, so what I have to do right now is I gotta rent a car for tomorrow morning. God, look at this. Selection. My girlfriend has gotten into coding because I've been watching your streams, VOD. She hates and loves it. We both love your mod. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, coding's fun. Yeah, and there's definitely a love-hate relationship with it, right? Like when it works, it's awesome. When you run into a mountain of problems, it's horrific. Right? It could be really bad. Not fun at all. What is this trying to do? Okay, so what's today's date? Yeah, it's that. Oh, select. Okay, select. There we go. That's a better price. That's awesome. So what are you both working on, or what is she working on? What kind of mod is it? Let me tell you, I say this to, like, you know, anyone who like reaches out to me in Discord and stuff. They're like, I have an idea for a mod. I don't know if I could do it. You know, sometimes they're like, oh, it's a simple mod, and it turns out to be like hyper super complex. Like, oh, I would only like to intercept death messages and roll random things and make all these status effects to turn the world upside down and have gravity invert. And it's like, I don't even do that. I don't know how you're gonna do that. But let me tell you, like, if I can help someone make an awesome mod that then I can use, that's fantastic. I am all for it, let me tell you. Let's see. Not too late. Trying to have me upgrade here. I don't need any extras. No extras. This thing needs to have 4 wheels and a steering wheel. That's what it needs. I want your special emails. No, thank you. No. Aw, man. I'm gonna have to be right back. Be right back. Yeah. All right, let me just send this text message. And I should be good to program a little longer. Gallery. And I gotta log into this. Let's see, she has literally zero background with coding, so she's starting with Code Academy. She wants to rewrite and maybe fix compatibility with some mods we already have on our server. She loves all the decoration mods, so I'm guessing her first test will be something to do with that. That's awesome. One mod that I think mods like that are definitely overlooked. I remember Minecraft, right? DecoCraft. That mod, and it's funny because like behind the scenes, it wasn't that complex of a mod. It was a mod that added just blocks and items, right? It's not even like it was complex things, right? It's not like it was stoves that could, you know, cook food, or, you know, a sink that could disperse water. It was literally just like really nice looking like lamps and couches and, you know, all the cosmetic stuff, right? Decorations. Like, you know, shades and all this stuff. It was such an awesome mod. So awesome. That'd be awesome to do something, you know, falling back on something like that. You just have to get really good at modeling. That's all, right? really good at modeling. That's cool though. Yeah, and I mean, we all start somewhere too, right? You know, you don't. It's not like I do. Like I've learned C#, you know, just by actually doing things. And once you start to learn, you know, like your basic like statements, right? You know, like with coding, it's not that bad, right? A lot of it's just like repetitive, right? Like you watch me doing the stuff here. It's not like I have all the stuff pre-stage. I'm literally just some dude in front of a camera, you know, just, you know what? Let's make it do this. Let's figure out how to do that. Why isn't my email coming through? Wait a minute. Did I provide? Yeah, I did. Okay. Is it spam, maybe? No, it's not. I just want to make sure I got this done right, because this is kind of really important for me tomorrow, or today, for tomorrow morning. I mean, you know what? It looks right. I'm going to assume that everything went to plan. Assume everything went to plan. Let's pop this right here. All right, let's put the headset back on. We're back to modding. Sweet. What is this music? There we go. You have background in C++. She is taking the C# course. Yeah, then you'll know. You'll look at things and be like, oh yeah, these are the same kind of methods, right? It's same as Java, right? Like Java was a little different when I was doing Minecraft stuff, just because that was just object oriented, you know. So it was the biggest hurdle for me, like modding for this game, was kind of getting out of that whole object oriented kind of mindset. Even though you still, to some degree, have, like, you know, you can still kind of do that whole object-oriented, you know what I mean? Because you can just say, like, you know, oh, I want this behavior. I can make a sub, you know, class file for it, and then I can say, oh, yeah, by the way, you're just gonna, you know, establish this new class behavior, right? That's what I do with my machines. I say, yes, you are a new machine. And then from there, it just pulls up all the stuff. Like, as a machine, you're going to need a fuel source. You're going to need movement vectors. You're going to need blah, 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 right? So it inherits everything from a machine. So in a way, it's object-oriented, because I am saying you are a machine, you know? Yeah, reading your stuff has been pretty easy. It's interesting to see from a gamer point of view. Yeah, right? We're actually about to go back into here. What are we gonna work on? What are we working on here? I have so much to do. I think I got the Devouring Void and the Celestial Prism working. like the particles and everything, the shaders are working well. I did not do anything with this. Let's do the obelisk. Speaking of code, let's go in. And I don't have the obelisk up right now, so we are going to pull up. We're actually going to pull up a couple things. The first thing's going to be the block. Let me just make sure. I have a text message. Perfect. Alright, so we're going to go into the obelisk. And what I really want to do here is say, oh, I'm already doing it here. So if it detects the runes around it, then it's going to actually have these particles spawn. So let's kind of test this theory out. Oh, you know what? I don't even have this, I can't put anything in it. What items do I want to put in here? What should we burn for fuel? Let's take a quick look. This is exactly why I made this. So this is where it is, right? So ideally, it should be one of these items, one or two of these items, and then maybe something a little more advanced to help with generation. You know what I could do? I could have it to where it could either take in a rustic compound, an arcanus, or maybe a glimmering compound. Crap. All right, I'll be right back. I gotta plug in a laptop. Okay, I am back again. This music reminds me of Fly FF. Isn't that like WoW clone game? There we go. I think I've like seen it. So what was I gonna say? What was I saying? I mean, either it needs to burn Arcanus or Glimmering Compounds, like it rustic compounds and whatnot. I'm thinking if I do the compounds, right? Because this is technically like the tier 2 spell compound. This one is, right? So that's the Glimmering Compound. Mystic Ash. Maybe I should make it to where for now, so it could take one of two things, right? It can either take one of the compounds, which you know what, it would make sense to be able to burn those up. Maybe it would make sense to be able to eat Arcanus as well, so maybe I can have both. Although looking at these, the Arcanus probably would be less expensive than the compound. Unless I use the compound in the Arcanus to turn it in, or, you know, to, like, make Arcanus instead of charcoal. Fly for Fun, an old free-to-play MMO. Yeah, I knew it was like an MMO. I couldn't remember. There were a couple that I was looking at like years ago. I think that was one of them, and then there was another one where it was like, you know, it was like a basic like priest class or whatever. Like it was basically a WoW clone, which was fun. It was fun, but you could like dual class, so you could be like a mage, warrior, and you had both classes. Hey Zet, how's it going? For testing purposes, I'm just going to have this thing take in a rustic compound. Alright, so let's go into the obelisk item. We want to go into the item slot, obelisk, fuel slot. You know what? I actually do have... So it looks like it can take Arcanus. Looks like Past Vice was onto something. Arcanus. So I do have some stuff in here. There's one thing I don't like. It doesn't have any activation runes around it, and it's still able to do whatever it wants. We're gonna change that. Let's pull up the code. Let's go into the block entity. Obelisk. Pretty good. That's good. My day's going pretty well. Yeah, not too bad. Could be better. Could also be worse. It is almost exactly even right now. Almost. What am I looking for over here? Close that out. I've got so many windows open. It's crazy. Alright, so I'm gonna get rid of some of the variables here. You know what? No, I'm not. I can't get rid of all the same stuff. Let's kind of go down a little bit. There's gonna be one thing that I need to adjust. Actually, there's going to be a couple of things that I need to adjust. This is going to be one of them. I want everything to have the same kind of formatting. So basically, this is the format it's going to have, right? It's going to have your connected magic station, the status of it, whatever the essence is. You could see that I've already increased the maximum essence that these things can hold. And if it breaks, right, so the status is off. So it will not work unless it's got these runes down. And I'm putting that down, like, I'm putting it like that. Like, right now it would be considered active. If you get too close to these, like, you'll get rust sickness, right? So I want you to have a way to turn these off to be able to safely do whatever you want. And then once they're on, you know, just be careful. So we want to do the same thing here. So it's got a majority of the information up there. We just need to format it a little differently. So starting here, I need to put this information in there. That tells me if it's either on or off. And then we need to put the separator bar in there. Ooh, you know what? I do have the meditation insight here as well. I may end up changing this. There we go. So it's resonating with the rust. If I break it, it's off. And all these particles start up. Now I need this to respect the fact that, you know, this is incomplete. If I put in Arcanus, it should not start processing anything like it does. So let's put that in right now. Let's pop up the code. Oh, you know what? Let's add a couple more things. Events. I need this event because I'm getting rid of magic tiers. I just need to do a quick search to see if you have magic unlocked. Think a little further down. I got a lot of stuff to get rid of here. A lot of code to prune out at some point. Alright, so I need to go down to the essence generation. I think there's only one if statement that I need to put in here. Alright, so what are we doing here? Handle this. So it should be right here. If there are no upgrade runes, I just want it to return. I want it to, like, stop. It won't necessarily erase your progress, like your ticking progress. Or maybe it should. Maybe it should. So let's reset the time. Yeah, let's reset the time. Boom. All right. So if I pop that in, it is not consuming it anymore. It's off right now. Which is good. It's what we want. Well, it's what I want. I know some people are like, darn it. Come on, Vice. If I put it on, there it is. If I break it, it looks like it pauses there, but it in fact did erase it. So I do need something in here that refreshes. Let's go into here. I think what I need to do is this dot mark dirty. I think I gotta put a mark dirty in here. True. There it is. That's what I need to do. But this is going to be calling mark dirty every tick. We do not want that. What I need to do is put in another if statement. Let's save some computational processes here, and I will say if this is greater than 0. So if there is some kind of time and it is greater than 0, then do it once, mark it dirty, and then just keep ignoring this. Right? Do your check and then move on. We don't need to keep reassigning it. All right. So if I place that down, it starts ticking. If I break it, so it did not do it, huh? Oh, is it because of this up here? No, that's just playing sounds. I have a feeling I'm gonna try something. This may end up screwing up some stuff. I'm going to try to take the client out of this. Interesting how I think I need this to continuously check that. All right, let's take a look here. Let's see how this works. The fact that I still have a bar is freaking sweet. And let's move this up here. Because I think I need the client and the server to both, like, agree with this part. And, Zen247, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Alright, so I place the rune down. It's generating, and I stop it. Grrr. You know, it seems like this right here. And so that worked, right? So why did that work? Hello, hello, is this Thaumcraft inspired by chance? A little bit. It will be a little more Thaumcraft inspired when I start to get into soul magic, because I do want to bring in my own version of Taint and Taint creatures. So this is kind of Ars Magica, Astral Sorcery, Witchery. I just kind of took from like my favorite mods and cherry picked things and then put in my own kind of spell system. So it's not like hardcore Thaumcraft. Like, honestly, I hated the part in Thaumcraft where you were doing all the research. I hated doing the research. I felt like I spent most of my time in that mod doing research and just burning through paper. Collecting all this viz and stuff and being like, what do I do with it now? But yeah, there will be aspects to it, of course, right? I think maybe this is good. Let's go back over here. So if I put this down, it starts to churn things out, but if I break it, it does refresh. I think what I will do is I'll have the client processing stop, and then I will let the server make this decision here. And then I will have the server tell the client about the decision. So it should work, but it should help people's clients, right? There we go. So it's still doing the same thing. Excellent. All right, let's see what it does when it processes an item all the way through. The amount it gives is going to be an arbitrary amount. I think this is only a 30-second, like static 30 seconds. But I just want to make sure that it consumes the item and gives the correct essence. And then we'll reload the game to make sure that client and server both agree. So we're kind of getting to the top. So it looks like it gave me 100 essence. It consumed the item. Let's make sure. Let's see if that is indeed true. So you want to do things like this to test, right? Because there's a potential that only my client got the update and the server doesn't agree, but since nothing else was checked, I see things as working, right? The item's been consumed, even though the item could still be in there. When you do this refresh, you're kind of forcing the server to say, like, hey, what's the information? Your client doesn't hold on to anything. And if there is a problem, you'll see, like, an item still in the item stack, right? I would see this. So I see no item here, and I see that it still says 100 essence, which means that my stuff is good to go. Poppets from Witchery was so sick to play with. I had a whole ritual system that was gonna be. It was actually. I didn't have like the voodoo aspect, but I had the fact that you had like, you know, rituals where you're like drawing things on the ground. I'm calling, like, for those rituals, they will exist. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have, like, you know, like the bench and the table that Witchery had. I think this may be more of a, you know, you're kind of in the world somewhere, and then you could draw out the pattern with your magic chalk to do certain like higher level spells, right? Like the Ritual of Recall. So, you know, by activating this, you could send people within this bubble back to their home points, right? It's like a mass recall. You know, with things like that kind of have utility to them. So this should not work anymore, like how it was working before. Let me test that. Where's my Arcanist? There it is. It's so tiny now. Good. It does not work. That's what I want to see. It is indeed off. Awesome. So I need to start thinking of values here. 100 essence, that's way too much. Way too much. So I guess let me take it back to the bottom tier here. What do all of these items do without any runestone caps? There we go. So this thing, I think per creature, like per drifter, it gives you 10. You know, like per kill. Which actually is pretty fast. It takes like maybe 10-15 seconds for it to kill a drifter. For this, I believe you get 1 a minute. So this one's kind of slow too. This one needs to be the bursty one, because you are sacrificing items. But it can't be too good, right? I think I need to make a couple changes. Let's break that, because I'm kind of cooling on this a little bit. I think what I want you to do is use a rustic compound in here, mixed with some more rusty dust. Maybe something like that. And if I'm really thinking about it, maybe you should encase it in rusty dust like that. Because rusty dust it's easier to come by with this current update. It drops more frequently, and you can prioritize harvesting the rusty dust itself and not resetting, you know, the whole plant growth. So how much rusty dust would this be? I mean, so it would be 4 here. Oof. 4 rot. And then we got our shifting fibers to make this catalyst. I don't know, is that too much rusty dust? You know what? I don't think that's too much rusty dust. I think that's good. That's what it's gonna be. I think that's what it's gonna be. Zen, hey, thanks for the Prime sub. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yay! I have people subbing. That also means you are now eligible to play on the alpha server that I start up when I have an alpha release of this mod. Hooray! I think I'm gonna end up getting like a 20-person server to start off with. Yeah, and go from there. So how much should one of these give, essence-wise? And how long should it take to process this? I don't think the time is going to be too bad. I'm thinking that maybe I'll give it like a minute, right? It takes a minute of our time to process the Arcanus. And maybe I will have it to where these obelisks only take Arcanus, because there's going to be the regular Arcanus. I think I have another kind of Arcanus in here. Yeah, Primal Arcanus. And then I have the Seraphic Arcanus, which is right there. There we go. So I think I'll allow, and each one will have its own values. So I'll just have those three. Now, what are the amounts going to be? Should I allow you to burn temporal gears and rusty gears as well? That's kind of interesting. The original version of this mod had it to where you were shattering like rusty gears. I wanted to move away from that because it kind of ruins economies, right? If you have a mage, you could basically, you know, convert all of your stuff into like wealth in a server, right? And you can use the mountain of rusty gears to like buy whatever the hell you want. Like that really wasn't the intention, right? Because I also had like a gear collar, the perk for the rusty mages that made more temporal gears drop. It was a weird way of doing it. Like, it made sense when I was making it, but then when I'm like, oh, role-playing servers, economies, whoops. Maybe these things should still take temporal gears, but maybe not rusty gears. Maybe I could do that. And like a temporal gear could be more efficient than Arcanus, but maybe not as efficient as the like just under like the tier 2 primal Arcanus. Maybe we could do that. Did I make the primal Arcanus yet? No, I did not, right? Nope. I only have one kind of Arcanus right now. Great. We're gonna make more. We're gonna make more. So this is gonna be an item. Where is it? Resources. Arcanus. I guess I'm gonna be putting these variants here, these types back in. So Arcanus, I will say normal Arcanus, primal, and seraphic. I'm not married to that seraphic. Although we are seraphs. That was the only reason why I'm like, yeah, this is the highest tier. All right. So I gotta do a couple more things in here too, because now that I'm using variants, I will want different types of Arcanus. So we're gonna go ahead and put in the type preemptively into the shape. Also in the textures, I will do the same thing, and I will just pipe in the type for the material. I think all of this should be fine. I think everything else is all right. I don't think I really need anything else. So we're gonna save and quit, because now I have to change a couple file names. So let's scroll on down to the shapes, items, resources, Arcanus, copy. Let's do a paste. So this will be the dash, seraphic. This will be the primal, and this will be the normal. And I can change the shapes and everything later. I just want to get these like in the game. And then for textures, resources. Where's Arcanus? Hold on. Let's scroll up. Items, resources, Arcanus type. All right, items. Oh, these are blocks. No wonder why. Okay, items, resources. There it is, Arcanus. Paste. And we're going to do the same thing here. So this will be dash, seraphic. This is going to be primal. I like the sound of that. Primal Arcanus. And this will be the normal. Just so they have different appearances, I will color these a little different. So quick coloring here. We'll just go into hues and saturation. I will make this one a purple. Kind of a darker purple. We'll save that. This one is going to be probably more of a deep blue. Maybe something like that. I want to preserve some of the texturing in there. There we go. So at least they should look a little different. Let's go back into the game. Bum, bum, ba-da-bum. Build. Success. While that loads, let's pull up. Ow! He's in the way. All right, let's open this up. I'm gonna have to do the localization. Because it's no longer just Arcanus. It's gonna be Arcanus dash normal, dash primal, and of course, dash seraphic. Get the names in. Primal Arcanus, and then just regular Arcanus. Perfect. Fireball that in. We're going to reload one more time, so it takes my new localized keys. And I can put the items in the box. We're going to have to fix some of this stuff here. Take a screenshot. All right, let's make sure the new items are in. There we go. So we got Arcanus, Primal Arcanus, and the Seraphic Arcanus. Seraphic. So now that that's done, we have to go back into recipes, because I got to update a couple recipes here. Let's go into... what's the first one? The wands. Basic wand. So let's go into tools. Basic bone wand. And the staff. So this would be Arcanus dash normal. Copy that. Arcanus dash normal. Save that. Go into tools. Alright, save those. What else? What else? The Leyline Resonator. Yes, that indeed takes an Arcanus. Save that. And I think the Obelisk. Yep, Obelisk takes it as well. Gotta update both recipes. All right, I'm gonna fireball those in, and we're gonna reload and see what other errors come up, because there could have been more recipes. Yeah, we got Seer's Compound, Runestones. Man, this was an item that was used a lot. All right, so Seer's Compound, which is right here. Wait a minute, wait a minute. The hell is Seer's Compound? I don't remember making this. You know what? I think I actually do now. I think I do. I think for now, I think this is going to be Primal Arcanus. I want to say. I'll have to look at this again. I don't trust Past Vice on Seer's Compound. Sounds kind of suspicious. Sounds kind of like I was being lazy. That good for nothing Vice. All right, Runestones. I know for a fact the Runestones need to change. Oh, you know what? And the regular Arcanus also needs to change. This needs to be dash normal. We'll save that, which means the other Arcanus down here, this needs to be dash normal. Save that. All right, and here's my runestone. And this is the basic runestone, so Arcanus dash normal. And there we go. Okay, so let's save that, do another reload, and see what other things are messed up. Oh, I was gonna say, hey-oh! Nope, glimmering compound. Alright, glimmering compound. Where's that recipe? There it is, glimmering compound. Okay, so this would take regular Arcanus, normal. Normal. So I had the rustic compound, the glimmering compound, and the seer compound. I guess the seer compound was going to be my tier 6, or my tier 3. Tier 6, Jesus Christ. Could you imagine? 6 tiers of magic. That'd never be done. I would have to get help at that point. I'd have to, like, reach out to other modders and be like, please, I need you. Alright, you know what? I totally missed it. Were there any errors anywhere? I don't think there were. That loaded pretty quick. Nope, we're good. Loaded all the recipes correctly. Sweet. Okay. Now that these items actually exist, let's go back into... where is it? Here we go. The item slot. Because now we can't look for Arcanus anymore. We have to look up a couple of things now. I will keep this as an equals. Do an OR. Copy paste. So if this is normal or primal or seraphic, copy that, paste it there, and paste it there. So now it should be able to take in any of the Arcanus. The obelisk should. Let's reload. And then we'll need to go into the obelisk and set whatever the values are going to be. How long are these going to take to process, and how much essence are they going to give? And then we're going to have to slightly modify that code to look for the new Arcanus, and then make the decision, right, and do the processing. I hate this time of day. There we go. All right. Hey, look at that. The old Arcanus. Dead. Gone. Oof. Alright, so I want this, this, and this. Ooh, stacks of 64. I guess it's okay. I will allow you to have this as a stack of 64. I was thinking stack of 32. But I guess stacks of 64 will be okay, I suppose. Looks like that is fine. That's fine. So is that. Sweet. All right, let's go into... where's our test one? This guy here. Here we go. I kind of want to see if it knows what to do. Nope. Doesn't know what to do at all. Just as I thought. Freaking out. Let's go into the block entity again. Obelisk. And let's create some variables here. First thing, this required magic tier. We're going to get rid of that. I need to change this out because there are no magic tiers anymore. Now it's just if you have magic, like, not unlocked. Basically, you can't see any of the stats. This new update, I'm trying to prioritize non-magic users not being able to like create and use and look at magic items. You won't be able to do it. The only thing you'll be able to really look at and understand is like the utility blocks. You know, because those are like buying an appliance from a mage anyways. So, and anyone can grow rift brooms. I also wanted to put in rustweed as well. Like rust grass or something. Although I guess I can't use the term rustweed because people are going to be like, well, why doesn't it look like cannabis? It's like you realize there are like, you know, weeds in the ground too, right? The dandelion's a weed as well. Throwing that out there. Alright, so now that that's done, let's go back to the top. So I have some values in here. Like Rusty Dust, Temporal Fragments, Lesser Arcanus. You know what we'll do? I think I agree with the Lesser Arcanus here. You know what? I think I'll go with this. So I'll say Arcanus Normal. And then we will do Arcanus Primal. And then we will do Arcanus Seraphic. There we go. Let's get rid of Superior. Let's get rid of Greater. There we go. These are not going to be the values, so let's think about it. Throwing some numbers out there without really thinking too hard. 20 essence per tick sounds pretty good to me. 40 per tick, that does not sound good. Let's do like a 200, or we'll do a 250 maybe. And maybe we'll do like 1,000. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. You know what? I will do 25. Oh shoot, wait. What are the upgrades going to actually do with this? let me think about that. So I need 4 different values. and then like a modifier, right? So I need to think of whatever the stagnant value is going to be, and then think of like, okay, well, with these 3, what does it turn into? I guess on the higher ends, these would be good numbers for like maximums, I think. So I guess we can go down from there. To get 25, if you have a couple upgrades, you know what? Instead of 25, let's do 10. We'll see. Well, okay, so 10, this is the weakest thing, the easiest thing to make. So 10, you pop these on maybe 15, 20, 25. That would get us 25. Or I could do like a 10, 20, 30, 40. Maybe that would be better. I think that would be better. So 10, 20, 30, 40. So if that's going to be 10, if I do like 100, 200, 300, 400, see that's already getting pretty high. So if I do 50, I think that gets us to that 250, right? 50, 100, 150, 200. So that gives me 200 per. You know, I'm okay with that. What if this one was the 1,000, you know, or 100, right? So that'd be 100, 200, 300, 400. You know, let's go with those numbers. Let me change this as well. Let's make this 60 seconds. Let's make that 2 minutes. You know what? Let's make this one... how do I want to do this? Alright, so I will do 30 seconds. 30 seconds. 1 minute and then 2 minutes. Maybe those will be the processing times. I kind of want to convey, like, if you're using neutral essence, then it's not going to take a long time to, like, process, right? Because you are sacrificing items that are going to be important. So you should be able to get things going, like, pretty quickly, right? Like, you shouldn't wait, like, 5 minutes, 10 minutes to break down one, you know, Seraphic Arcanus. For 2 minutes, that's not bad. Not bad. Alright, so we're gonna save that. Yeah, I know. I changed variables outside. We're all so upset. I'm about to do a lot more because I'm getting rid of these. Oh, wait, temporal gears. How much should a temporal gear give you? Maybe a temporal gear could give you... Maybe I can have it do 50, but it does take 5 minutes. It takes like 5 times longer. You know what? Not 50. It will give you 40. And it'll take 5 minutes. I do, even though I say I don't want to account for other people's mods, I do have to account for a lot of mods that people use where temporal gears literally fall like candy from the easiest of easiest monsters, right? Like, there's this one mod I could think of where it's like the rust creatures, and like you kill some of the ones in like the cages walking around with like just flint spears. Those things are like just dishing out like temporal gears, like it's nothing. So I gotta like kind of make sure, like, if you want to use it, sure, but it's not, you know, you're not going to get a lot for it, but if you need to because you need a little bit more, you can. And that would be 4, 8, 12, 16, so that'd be 160 essence if you have these runestones. Not bad. Not bad. And of course, when everyone's playing the alpha, when I invite the people to like play in the alpha server, this is something where, you know, anyone who plays in the alpha can give me like direct feedback, right? We can all have a conversation about it. Everyone's got different opinions, right? So I'm going to be relying on people to be like, hey, yeah, you know what? It felt good in the basic tier, but then when I hit tier 2 and I was burning some of the new stuff, like it just feels like it wasn't enough for like what I was trying to accomplish. Good. I can easily tweak these numbers, you know, dial it in. Which is going to be so helpful for me. Alright, so now that I have these variables here, I'm going to take a screenshot here, because I know I'm going to forget what these are. There we go. And we're going to come on down to where it starts processing. All right, see, so I'm looking for things like Arcanus. What I need to do, probably the easiest thing to do is like what I did with the others. I'm gonna create an internal variable, and here it is. So I'm gonna create an internal variable. It's gonna be amount per tick. I also need to create another variable of like seconds per tick, because it's going to be a combination of these two things. So the amount per tick, let's go to my screenshot. This dot essence generation amount. Ooh. Guess I'll do normal. I did not think this through. Essence time normal. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have to have multiple sets of this. So this would be like times 2. This would be a times 3. This would be a times 4. This would be a times 5. Now wait, does that make sense? Because that's not what I was counting. Oh, wait. There is no tier 4 runestone cap there. Okay, so that makes more sense. Because you have nothing and then 1, 2, 3. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm not gonna have it like go faster. I'm just gonna have it give you a bunch more essence. But unfortunately, I have to have multiple sets of this. So let's come into here and pop this in. And I will say for this, the essence processing max time, instead of a static 30 seconds, we will pull up, in this case it is 30 seconds, right? But we'll actually pull it from this variable. And let's go into this method. We are going to add an int into this. And I will say essence amount in. Let's get rid of that static 100. Adding to the source. There we go. Now up here, I'm gonna have to put something in this method, which of course is gonna be amount per tick. Okay. Double check this, so it would already have the max processing time. So this should be for normal Arcanus. I'm going to put a little disclaimer here. I'll say normal Arcanus. Let's do processing normal Arcanus. There we go. Let me get rid of some of this extra crap here. Clean it up a little bit. There we go. And I'm just going to copy this whole thing, paste it in. This one's going to be for Primal Arcanus. And I do not have much time left. So I'll put in Primal there. Primal! Oh. Alright, I will not have enough time to finish this. My ride's here in like 5 minutes. So let's find someone to raid. Who is playing Vintage Story? I mean, I'm gonna have to like action roll out of the car for this one. Oh, look, no wonder why we got so many people here. Ah, you only got 2 other options. Back from the dead. You know what? This person. Serious Wild. We'll do /raid. Serious Wild. I gotta go pick up my my car. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Basically, what I'll do off stream a little later tonight is put in the rest of the values for the other Arcanus. I will also put in the temporal fragment stuff, just test to make sure that stuff can be consumed. And then I think with the next stream, we're going to create the Oculus, and we are going to make sure that the Oculus works with the new spell ciphers. If you're interested, check out check out that stream, because I'm going to show the new process in which you will be researching spells as well, because that is all changed. And we will go start to finish to make sure, and then honestly at that point I just have to put in the recipes and kind of connect the dots, and Alpha should be ready. And then I just need, if you're subbed, hop onto my private Discord, and you can get the information there when I get the server live, and like what the information is going to be. If you have any mods that you want to see, I can't guarantee I'm going to add everyone's mods, but I mean, if a mod looks cool, then I can add it. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you all later. Bye.